I'm Kim Froge, founder and volunteer of Nana's House. We are a 100% community-funded Christian children's home. We take in neglected, abused, needy, or abandoned children, and we provide a safe, loving home for them. When I say community-funded, that means we do not receive any state funding. We're funded by donations that people send in to us. We are also 100% volunteers. We have no paid staff. I mean, not one person gets paid a penny. Every single one of us volunteer, from myself, who has been working on this for the last 8 years, even our house parents. Our house mom stays home with the children. The house dads, they go to work. We encourage them to save because we do not pay. We pay the living expenses of the home, but they have to pay for all of their personal things, their personal insurance on their auto, their cell phones. We are truly old-fashioned charity. At Nana's House, we currently have 2 homes with children. One is located in West Melbourne, one is in Palm Bay. We have been pretty much full in serving children for 5.5 years now. In the state of Florida, there are 2 ways to have a children's home. One is through the state, which we are not. The other is through Florida Association of Christian Child Caring Agencies. That's who we are accredited through. Now, when the state goes out and does an investigation, they have to have a certain amount of evidence before they can remove a child. Even if their gut is saying this is not a good situation, they still can't remove the child unless they have enough evidence. Well, at Nana's House, we don't have to have evidence. The parents sign the guardianship and power of attorney so that we can take the children in, get them in school, take care of their medical situations, and we can provide for those children. And it's really gonna be awesome when we get the gated community up and running, because we're gonna really be able to keep sibling groups together, even sibling groups that are larger than 5. And I love that. I will never play a part in separating sibling groups, because I feel that if a sibling group has been neglected or abused, a lot of times all they've had to cling to is each other, and I will never play a part of separating that. That would just be extra detrimental, and I could not participate in that. Of course, some of the children that have been neglected and abused, they have hurting hearts, hard hearts. It really just depends on what length and what degree of abuse that they have endured. And we know that Jesus Christ heals those hearts. And that's why one of the things we do is we instill godly character, because we want those children to grow up knowing they have something bigger to hold on to than what they have endured. We want them to hold on to Jesus Christ because He will never leave, He'll never forsake them. He loves them. He has a plan for them. He has a purpose for everyone that is born. But some of the children, we have to teach them how to love because they've never been loved. I mean, we've gotten children in that we could just tell they've never even had a toy. You give them a toy, they don't even know how to play with it. It is so heartbreaking, but true. And it's just so amazing whenever they can experience what a normal family happy home is like. It is just awesome. At Nana's House, you know, we operate like a normal family home. We have no more than 5 children in each home. And the thing is, we want to role model what a normal family home is like, because you can't expect a child to grow up and run a normal family home if they've never experienced one. So that's why we've chosen to go the old-fashioned, traditional family style way with the house mom and dad, and the mom stays home with the kids and the dad goes to work. It's an amazing concept. Not that I'm against women working, because I've worked my entire life. It's just the way we start at Nana's House, and it kind of goes in line with the old-fashioned charity style where the community is just coming together and they're just getting things done that need to get done to help people in need. And we're helping the most unfortunate people in our community, these little children that can't help themselves. And we're going to be building 8 more houses because we had to turn away over 100 children last year. People don't really realize what a huge need we have in Brevard County for more safe, loving homes for children in need. The latest statistics are there were 118 children in the state of Florida alone that died of neglect or abuse. And they died of blunt trauma, asphyxiation. What people don't realize here locally in our community is that 8 of those children were from Brevard County. And that's what breaks my heart and keeps me up late at night and early up in the morning, just working as hard as I can to get this gated community built, because it is needed here in Brevard. It's just truly amazing when you take these children in from the situations that they have been in, and you put them in a clean, loving, thriving environment, and you watch them. You watch their little personalities come out, and you watch them become healthy. It is so amazing. So Nana's Nana's House started from these dreams that wouldn't go away. So my husband and I finally decided to start our own business, and it was so crazy because as soon as we started the business, I'm talking like immediately, I started having these dreams and they wouldn't go away. It was dreams of children in need. It was something called Nana's House. What is Nana's House? Well, for neglected, abused, needy, or abandoned children, any situation that a child could find themselves in, everything from the street name God's Way. It was just so amazing. And I was taking notes of all of these dreams, and so far, everything is exactly like those dreams that started 10 years ago. This is what's incredible. We have the land to build our gated community on now. We got the land at the end of last year, and we did not develop it. It was already developed. But this is what's so wild, is that it's laid out exactly like my dreams 10 years ago. How would I have known? I tried to get exactly 31 parcels of land, every single one of them, unless we had $1, $2, or $3 million, we weren't getting that land. And then I decided to, plan B, start cold calling out of the phone book from Brevard County Property Appraiser's website. I could tell you that story, but it's a long one, but it was amazing how we got this land and that it was already developed. And it's so funny because the architect, Anthony Mazza, that is designing our buildings, whenever I sent him the site plan, he couldn't believe it. He is the original architect that put my dreams on paper 8 years ago before we ever started Nana's House. Know that you're making a difference in these innocent little lives. It's a total God thing. That's the only explanation for it. There is no way a person makes someone donate this kind of land and houses and the money that people donate to support. It is truly God's hand at work.